Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry for being on for so long. My computer was completely broken, so I had to repair the whole system, wipe everything out, and just start over from scratch. And because of that, I couldn't upload for the past few days. But we're back now. And one thing that I do want to talk about is the drug community, right? And they have found a new drug. Now, I'm out of high school. I've been out of high school for about 8 years now. I didn't see any of this when I was in high school. And so let's see the damage that the youth are doing to their brain. Fast forward into, well, I'm surprised we're still doing this, but let's just get into it, man.
Hey, that's not even funny, blood. You can't.
What's your name? Where you from?
Brother, don't take, man. I'm from the wit, down the street, man. Come on.
Hold up, what is it called?
I'm from the wit, down the street, man. Come on.
Galaxy gas. What kind of gas is this?
Hold it, bro.
Hey, that's not even funny, blood. You can't give him no more.
Alright, from the sound of it, it sounds like they're in Britain. Or maybe this might be some, different part of America, America and Great Britain combined. But just 16 seconds into it, so maybe it's in Britain, but let's see exactly where this. Bro, so I mean, from the way it look, it seems like this has been something that's very, very common, because they're just doing it in public. And I wonder if there's been a crackdown on it, because I've not heard anything about this. This is my first time even hearing that this drug is on the street all of a sudden. It's not really a drug; it's just people abusing some form of compressed chemical.
Someone from the dark.
Now, I'm sure if you've been on the internet in the last couple days, you've seen these videos of people huffing out of these giant canisters, and on the surface level, you might think, oh, it's just a big vape. No, it's something a lot more sinister than just that. Now, the canisters that this guy is huffing out of, and everybody you've seen in this video, is nitrous oxide. If you're not familiar with nitrous oxide or laughing gas, commonly you'd find this at like a dentist's office, which they'd use when they're working on you.
So laughing gas has been around for God knows how long. I don't really know exactly how long it's been, but last time I checked, laughing gases were used to pretty much change your voice to make it sound very squeaky. How in the world do we now abuse that? How did we get there?
Giving you surgery on your mouth, right? But in recent times, or really forever, you've been able to purchase nitrous oxide for its other meanings because it has other uses. You can purchase nitrous oxide for your car, you can purchase nitrous oxide for whipped cream or other kinds of dessert-based things, and a number of things. But in recent times, at least in the United States, nitrous oxide has become extremely popular for people to use recreationally. Previously, this was more of a UK thing, as nitrous oxide balloons.
That's what I was thinking. Because again, like I said, I've not seen something like this here. I mean, thinking back on it now, people did used to use compressed air that they use for frosting to make cake. I did hear about that, but this one specifically, this is something that's new to even me.
And canisters were much more common to be seen used in the UK at raves and things of that such. But recently, the younger black community has discovered the use of nitrous oxide, and it has exploded and trendized.
Yo, TikTok, check me out. I got that motherfucker. Y'all know what this is. Hey, this bitch got that nigga hit, you know what I'm saying?
Not just among the youth, but even in rap culture, the use of nitrous oxide as a recreational thing to consume has exploded recently. It has been all over the internet, anywhere from YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram Shorts. You can see videos of people buying large amounts of these canisters and huffing them with their friends.
Whip for the vengeance, man. Hey, whip for the vengeance, man. Everybody, let's have a toast, man. Let's have a toast, man. You feel me, man? And these are long ones.
There was a song, I don't know the name of the song, but one of the lines says something along the line of, when you're young, everything is fun and game. But when you get older, who's going to be there for you? And there's a lot of truth to that. And the reason I say there's a lot of truth to it is because when you get older, you're no longer fun. You don't have the energy to do what you used to do when you were younger anymore. And a lot of your friends are either dead or they've moved on. And here you are wondering what happened to the past 10, 20 years of your life that you've wasted doing God knows what. And so you really have to think about it as a young person. Where do I want to be 10, 20, 30 years from now? It's a very important question that you should ask yourself. When you're young, you don't really think about that. You're full of energy. You think this is something that's going to last forever, when in reality, it's not. And so be very, very cautious as you move through life. Make good decisions, because in the end, whatever decision you made is going to affect you in the future. That's a promise.
You feel me? No Diddy. Everybody got one, nigga. On me and Ski, nigga, yeah, we spent 500 in the smoke shop. Yeah, hell yeah.
Come on, man, what the fuck is you doing, cuz?
And that entails a lot of dangerous things. To start off, if you're a teenager or somebody young and you're seeing people buying these canisters and you're interested in getting one or trying to do anything regarding them, don't. It goes without saying that these canisters are a material that is extremely dangerous to the human body and should not.
Eventually, people, they're going to get their hands on it. It's just, well, I mean, let's be honest, man.
Be consumed on its own ever. The recreational use of it is only something that a fully grown adult could even grasp, and even then I wouldn't even argue that they should be using it. If you are not capable of understanding the implications of consuming a gas like this, you should not be consuming it. You really shouldn't be consuming it ever, ideally. But the bare minimum is at least be an adult if you're gonna mess around with anything this stupid. Laughing gas has a number of side effects, and brain damage is one of the extremely common ones. And you'll never know how your body will react to it until you try it. If you try it, you could literally start having a seizure just right there, and that could be the end of your functional life. Whether that brain damage ruins you for the rest of your life or your life ends there. So at least if you're going to mess with laughing gas, please be an adult and understand the implications of what you're shoving in your body.
Hold it, bro.
Hey, that's not even funny, that you can't give him no more, fam.
One thing that I will say is pick your friends wisely. It plays a huge role in your life. People really like to take that very lightly, but don't take it lightly. Pick who you are friend with. In the end, they will influence you a lot.
You can't give no more, fam. Fucking balloon. Don't give no.
Hey, look.
Oh, go ahead, shot me. Sleep, 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 sleep. Sleep, 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 sleep. Yo, he.
Not to mention there are different kinds of laughing gas, like medical grade, food grade, different kinds. I wouldn't go shoving engine propellant in your throat via canister, by the way. It's a dumb idea. Unless you're Kanye West, then you're gonna get hooked up to like a Bane tank, and your doctor's gonna get you addicted to it so you can make horrible music for the rest of your career.
Yeah.
Gotta get a low cut again. That's the vibe.
Do y'all hear these voices? Listen to these voices. Go ahead.
No bullshit, no cap. Yeah.
Hey, let me go.
Boom! Boy, this shit. You trying to get booted? You fine. Out here,
Nigga, you gotta be ashamed of yourself, nigga. Real talk. You gotta be ashamed of yourself. Old as you is.
Now, to cover the current situation, there is a brand called Galaxy Gas that has been blowing up all over the internet, where people have been going and purchasing it for recreational use. Now, again, this is outside of the intended purpose of this product, which is oftentimes how things like this get found to be used. This is how people...
I mean, that's just to cover their ass. Look at the Tide Pod challenge back in the day. I mean, like, who wakes up and say, you know what, I'm just gonna throw a Tide Pod in my mouth? So people literally, they have to put a label on it saying do not eat Tide Pod. Back in the 70s and the 60s, people thought that we were gonna be, having flying cars, fast forward today, this is the kind of shit that we're doing.
Start consuming things like paint, for example. Galaxy Gas is a nitrous oxide canister used for the purpose of flavoring whipped cream. The canisters come flavored to flavor whipped cream with flavors such as these. Somebody decided that it would be a good idea to go buy the nitrous oxide canisters that function basically like a vape if you think about it, because human ingenuity is just so amazing, guys.
Somebody like you deserves to be hit in the street by a moving bus. It's people like your ass that doesn't deserve to live. You deserve to be destroyed. You're on Earth for literally no fucking reason.
Yes, I would totally love to buy a blueberry flavored nitrous oxide can. Surely this won't backfire. And that's exactly the thought process that got this popular in the first place. It blew up when this guy named Lil T basically appeared on this show at this food spot where he was recording, and basically his voice was all fried and he was off of himself, you know, because again, he's huffing a nitrous oxide can. And if you know about laughing gas, you know how it makes you act. I shouldn't have to explain to you how laughing gas acts. If you're considering buying laughing gas and you don't know how it works, probably don't go anywhere near it. Him himself is just one example of why you shouldn't be purchasing this canister, but I think situations like these is something that glamorizes the use of things like this to children. Because again, the large amount of people who are consuming this material are teens and kids, and once again, this clip blew up on TikTok originally, which is a predominantly teens and kids app. We've seen things like use of weed and other things like that being glamorized where people want to try it and use it, so something like this is no different, I view. I fear that there are going to be children out there who get interested by this and attempt to go purchase something like this. Now luckily, the second biggest implication for this being used like this is the amount of people who are black using it. I have a lot of major concern for the human race in general.
I'm not surprised, to be honest with you, that it's mainly black people that are using this thing, because I mean, the songs that we listen to is a really prime example of how we are being fed nothing but you know, things that's just there to destroy our life. And you have to understand that there are corporations and companies out there who are benefiting off of the downfall of black community. And one example that I can, not one example per se, but some example that I can give is, see, when a black person gets shot and they go to the hospital is benefiting off of that. When they take some medicine to somehow, you know, to lower the pain, the drug company is benefiting off of that. When black people hurt themselves, somebody out there is benefiting from it. And the fact that it's still being pushed, especially in songs, they are still benefiting from it. And now we see a whole new drug that has not made its way into the community. I don't even know what this is going to do. All right? No idea. All I can say is it's going to give just very, very terrible brain damage, which may have a huge side effect, might put you on some kind of drug for the rest of your life. And now the pharmaceutical company is going to benefit off of you for the rest of your life. And now here you are wondering why you made these decisions when you were younger. But let's just keep going, man.
But my community is one of the biggest things that worries me. That when this was glamorized on the internet by a black man, then a large amount of black people started to suddenly be interested in it. Especially a lot of black adults, which inadvertently will trickle down to black children who see them using it, making them want to try it. It's just how things work between adults and children. That's kind of the nature of things. It's more concerning because situations like these allow for even more damage in my community that has already been, you know, historically marked by a lot of problems related to things like this. So then you have something like nitrous oxide, which is just another problem, not only currently being glamorized by random people, but then there's a lot of celebrities who openly use it, especially Kanye in the current moment. Kanye is addicted to nitrous oxide, badly, can't go without it. So bad he's hooked up like he's on a cryogenic chamber, and he's like he's Bane from Batman Arkham Knight. Like, it's just horrible. It's a horrible situation. And he's not even the only one. People like Lil Uzi Vert have been caught consuming and huffing these balloons nonstop. So the implications of this becoming popular is extremely dangerous, because now you have not only normal culture people consuming it, but then you have also rap culture glamorizing it, which is only going to trickle down to normal culture, and now you've created a cycle. Now there's going to be a cycle of people consuming something that's horrible for them just because they see other people doing it. It's just how things work. I think my scariest situation is seeing somebody younger than, at least they're adults. Kanye's pushing 40, Uzi's pushing 30, and the rest of these people are adults. At least these are adults consuming it. But then there are clips of teenagers wanting to try it and trying to consume it. And in the UK, for example, it's been previously at a point it was much easier. You could just get it. You could just go buy a balloon on the corner outside of a bar. You didn't even necessarily have to be an adult for it. The TLDR of this video is please do not be dumb enough to try nitrous oxide.
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
It is not for human consumption, quite literally. Unless you're a medical professional, somebody who is a car enthusiast who uses nitrous to boost their car, or somebody who has a third inadvertent reason to use it, then use it responsibly. You know, clearly in these situations, you either have a medical professional administering to you, you're somebody who's well taught enough to use it in your motor vehicle, or for a third reason like you're a pastry chef. But please, if you're a normal person buying a nitrous canister for the purpose of huffing it, go do something safer. There are legal things that you can do that are safer for you, that you can at least say, hey, I'm not killing myself today over this. I would never advise somebody to go buy drugs, but if you're interested in buying a nitrous canister, just go buy a pack of cigarettes or something. Like something stupid, I don't know. Me personally, I would never touch this. That's not me, and I wouldn't advise anybody in my audience to do it. Don't do any of it. You don't need to do it. There's no necessarily need for you to be consuming any of this. Not only is it a waste of your money, a waste of your time, but it's also just horrible for your health in general. And not to mention, there are people who have these unexpected results of doing this stuff, like a sudden seizure or something horrible, which is literally life-threatening, and brain damage can ensue after that. So please, if you're out there and you're watching this content and you're like, man, I'm gonna go buy a nitrous oxide canister, please don't be dumb enough to do that. That's genuinely the worst thing you could be doing with your time, like right now. Go find something better to do.
All in all, what I will say is just stay away from drugs. I promise you, in the end, it's not worth it. It's just, you're just gonna waste your money, all right, and then most likely end up on the street, cracked up, bunch of needles. Who knows, man? Just stay away from drugs. I'll catch you guys up later.